This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine,
let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I'm Bishop William Byrne, inviting you to radiate the light of Christ by making a gift to the annual Catholic Appeal. The ministries and agencies supported with your generosity help thousands of our neighbors throughout Western Massachusetts. On behalf of the people we serve, thank you.
let it
Shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Coming up on this edition of Reel to Reel.
The priests of the diocese spend time in fellowship and prayer at the Convocation. I'm Carolee McGrath. I'll have the story coming up.
The Diocesan Eucharistic Rosary Congress closes with a standing room only Mass here at the Divine Mercy Shrine. I'm Kathy Harrington with the story.
There's a vision in the sky.
And Vision in the Sky. Singer-songwriter Mary Verdi is out with her latest music video featuring Berkshire Catholic school students. These stories are coming your way next on Reel to Reel. Hello and welcome to Reel to Reel. For 3 days this past week, our diocesan priests took time away from Western Massachusetts to gather together for spiritual renewal and fellowship as part of a convocation held in New Hampshire. Carolee McGrath reports now on why this gathering is so very important for our priests and for the diocese as a whole.
The priests of the Diocese of Springfield arrived at the beautiful Mountain View Grand Resort in New Hampshire for a much-needed time away. Bishop William Byrne called for the 3-day convocation. It's an opportunity for priests to step away from their parish duties and to gather in fraternity and grow in their faith.
I called a convocation for the priests of the diocese as a time for us to renew and refresh, to relax, to get away and be brothers. It's a time of really giving us a chance to step away, hear some good talks, spend some good time together, and renew ourselves to be better able to serve the people of the diocese.
Father James Nolte, the pastor of St. Patrick Parish in South Hadley, chairs the Clergy Continuing Education Committee.
And we spend most of our time in ministry to others in all different phases of their life, some joyous, like weddings and baptisms, and more often, unfortunately these days, sorrowful funerals and being by their side as they die. So it's very emotional and very stressful. It's a vocation, it's a call from God. And we're given the grace from God to live that call, but it is taxing. So we're going up to speak with each other and share fellowship with each other and to take some time together.
Currently, there are 141 diocesan priests in the diocese and 2 men in the seminary.
I think we are looking forward to exchanging some kind of feelings, observations, and hopes for which way we should move forward in our Diocese of Springfield, and most likely to hear from guys how we want to approach leading the church in the Diocese of Springfield.
In addition to being able to spend time with brother priests, the convocation included Mass and adoration. Also, the priests heard from Father Chris Hickey from the Archdiocese of Boston. He's the pastor of Our Lady of the Angels, serving the towns of Norwell, Hanover, and Pembroke. He spoke on the joy of the priesthood, even with the challenges.
I've addressed how I got to where I got, why did I become a priest, and and the joy of that, and there's also the stumbling blocks along the way, which I think they're going to find very comical. And then the second section actually hits around the scandal. So how do you stay happy in the midst of everything? Then we had the closings like every other diocese, and that was another time people were ready to throw us out the window. And then the third section, I hope, is some helpful hints on what has kept me happy or joyful. And I tell the guys I would do it all over again.
The last convocation that was held in the diocese was before the pandemic. The hope is that this time away will encourage our priests who courageously said yes to the invitation from our Lord to follow him and to proclaim the good news.
It's an opportunity for us as priests to get together. There are so many burdens for us in ministry. Sometimes it's good to just take a step back, to have a moment of prayer, a moment of fraternity, and it also helps us in our identity as priests so they can renew us and refresh us back for ministry for the people back home.
So there's many times in the gospel where it says that Jesus went away with his disciples. He called his disciples away from the crowd to spend time in prayer and just to spend time with each other.
12 priests were honored who are celebrating Jubilee years. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
Thanks, Carolee. Well, last week, people of faith gathered for 7 days of Eucharistic adoration at the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy in Stockbridge. Each hour, the rosary was recited and adoration was held around the clock. It was all part of the nationwide Eucharistic Rosary Congress taking place simultaneously in dioceses throughout the United States. The week closed appropriately enough on the feast of Our Lady of Fatima with a Eucharistic procession to the shrine and Mass with Bishop William Byrne. Kathy Harrington has our story.
We came here today to pray for peace in the world, in Israel.
Simon Hellenick and members of his family traveled from Shelburne Falls to Stockbridge to join in the Eucharistic procession, rosary, and Mass to close out the Diocese of Springfield Eucharistic Rosary Congress.
I've never been in a procession, but it was a really good experience.
Daniela Gerber and her 8th grade class traveled by bus from St. Stanislaus School in Chicopee to take part. They waited outside the Oratory Chapel as the final hour of adoration drew to a close. It's been a week of continuous adoration and praying of the Rosary to bring the Church into the safe harbor of Jesus in the Eucharist and the arms of our Blessed Mother. The Knights of Columbus Guard began the walk from the Oratory Chapel across the campus to the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy, followed by the cross, acolytes, many from the Chicopee School, then concelebrants Bishop Byrne and Deacon Michael Prey. Students from St. Stanislaus also held the canopy over the monstrance. The procession to the shrine was reverent, with only the voice of the cantor, postulant Austin Rose, and the faithful singing in response. Once inside the shrine, the pews filled to capacity, and the faithful found standing room along the sides of the church as all knelt to pray the Rosary. Following the Rosary, the closing Mass began. In his homily, Bishop Byrne reminded the faithful that it was on this day, October 13th, 1917, that our Blessed Mother last appeared to the children at Fatima, telling them she was the Lady of the Rosary and to pray the Rosary every day.
Quote, to bring peace to the world and an end to war. Boy, is that as relevant today as it is then?
Bishop Byrne said the Rosary is every Catholic's weapon for peace. After the closing Mass, Bishop Byrne described the impact of this Eucharistic Rosary Congress as a gift to the Church that we cannot truly understand in our lifetime.
This is a work of God's grace, and whenever we stop and pause, come before Our Lady to come closer to her Son, great things happen, whether we can see them physically or not. And so the impact just in the lives of the people that were here will have a ripple effect, like a stone tossed in a pond.
At 98, Mary Mosley says she needs to keep close in touch with our Blessed Mother Mary. Her daughter drove her from Lanesboro to take part in this day.
I think because my health is failing, because I think this world is in a bad shape. And I think the more prayers we have, the better off we are.
As for the Hellenick family, Brothers Sebastian and Crimson offered these thoughts about Eucharistic adoration.
It's actually really, I kind of feel like he's like right next to me. And sometimes when I like see the Eucharist, I was like, oh, that's like actually Jesus.
Probably that our faith is important to keep practicing outside of just Mass. It's important to go do stuff out of your way, like adoration, and take a few minutes to say the Rosary.
Before getting on the bus for the ride back to Chicopee, Daniela Gerber from St. Stanislaus School summed up the day.
I thought it would be a good experience for us and also as a whole class, and it was very peaceful, so it was a good way to connect with my faith.
In Stockbridge, I'm Kathy Harrington for Reel to Reel.
As Bishop Burns said, the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy is a true powerhouse of God's love and mercy located right here in our diocese. There are 3 daily masses and confessions available 7 days a week. To learn more about the shrine in Stockbridge, we have a link for you at iobserve.org. And still to come on Reel to Reel, David Martin reports on a special mass honoring married couples.
There's a vision in the sky.
And singer-songwriter Mary Verdi debuts her latest praise and worship video featuring students from 3 Berkshire Catholic schools. It's all still to come on Reel to Reel.
Hi, Mom. What are you doing today? Providence Place, owned by the Sisters of Providence, an ideal rental setting for retirees to continue their active, independent lifestyles. We have bright 1- and 2-bedroom apartments, a magnificent chapel with daily mass, restaurant-style dining, and wellness and entertainment programs. Call for a tour, 413-534-9700. Mom, call me when you're not so busy.
Like Catholic TV on Facebook. Once you're there, you can join in on discussions, make friends with other Catholic TV fans, watch behind-the-scenes videos from the studio,
Just finished
see 1, 2, 2, and stay up to date with the Catholic world. All this at facebook.com/CatholicTV.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I'm Bishop William Byrne, inviting you to radiate the light of Christ by making a gift to the annual Catholic Appeal. The ministries and agencies supported with your generosity help thousands of our neighbors throughout Western Massachusetts. On behalf of the people we serve, thank you.
Let it
shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Many married couples feel their faith and trust in each other are the cornerstones of their enduring relationships. And those celebrating significant anniversaries from across Western Massachusetts attended the annual Bishop's Wedding Anniversary Mass last Sunday at St. Michael's Cathedral. It was an opportunity to celebrate their faith and how that faith has guided them throughout the years. David Martin has our story.
Husbands and wives marking anywhere from 25 to 70 milestone years of marriage gathered to worship and reminisce during the Bishop's Anniversary Mass. The couples are a witness to the world of their love for each other and also God's loving presence in their marriage.
The kingdom of heaven may be likened to a king who gave a wedding feast for his son.
Chief celebrant of the Mass, Springfield Bishop William Byrne, told husbands and wives they are encouraged by their commitment to offer the best versions of themselves when facing the many challenges in life, marriage, and raising children.
The Mass for the anniversaries is really one of my very favorites because each of these couples is a visible sign of God's love in the world. That's what a sacrament is, an outward sign of an inward reality, and that's Christ's love. And so to see so many couples with so many years of great love and hard work and beautiful families is a joy.
Patricia and Wayne Six have been married for 70 years. All 3 of their children were present to celebrate. They are proud of their loving family, which includes 20 grandchildren and 40 great-grandchildren. The couple now live with their daughter and her husband.
I don't know what we would do without them. But that's another thing that family does, you know. So I would just suggest that if you have older people in your family, take care of them.
That's great. They've taken care of us very well.
Wayne and Patricia, who attend Holy Trinity Parish in Westfield, both enjoyed the music performances during the Mass, especially hearing the young voices. The 70th anniversary couple, when sharing the merits of a long-term marriage, advised others to appreciate the value of daily family prayer and how faith can be an important aspect of their lives together.
Wayne used to serve Mass every morning and through various parishes that we were in. We always went to daily Mass.
And I sang in the choir several places too.
But we did try to be active and learn how to be patient. That's one of the big things.
During the rite of blessing for anniversary couples, Bishop Byrne asked the couples to stand, hold hands, and renew their vows. Stacy DeByrne, Bishop Byrne's secretary, was celebrating 25 years of marriage with her husband, James.
Being together for 70 years is an amazing accomplishment, and when we first got married, you never know. So the fact that we made it to 25, I thought was impressive. That's really amazing. So there's hope. There's hope that you can make it and stay together, and the few times that we may disagree with one another, we have those struggles, we can always think, well, if some other people could do it, so could we.
You may kiss the bride.
Bishop Byrne told husbands to kiss their brides and then bow their heads for a blessing. The DeByrnes attended the Mass with two other couples who were also celebrating their 25th anniversaries.
It's really special, especially in our situation. We have two other couples that we're friends with that also celebrated 25 years this year. So it's great to share that accomplishment with them and to also share the faith with them and just, be able to come together and enjoy a day of celebration together.
And may Almighty God bless you.
The married couples were pleased to celebrate their anniversaries with Bishop Byrne because of his joyous personality and ability to relate to others. Bishop Byrne hopes the couples will inspire the next generation towards fidelity, joy, and faith. For Reel to Reel, I'm David Martin.
And now for our Reel to Reel calendar of events. Happening next weekend, author, international speaker, and EWTN television host Donna Marie Cooper O'Boyle will lead a half-day retreat at St. John the Evangelist Parish in Agawam on Saturday, October 28th from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Parish Center, 833 Main Street. She will present Eucharistic history and teaching and shares secrets from many devoted saints. In addition, Donna Marie will have her books and DVDs available for purchase and autographing. The cost is $45 per person, and you can register online at stjohnagawam.com or by calling the parish office at 413-786-8105. With this time of year, that means one thing: meat pies are back. St. Elizabeth Parish on Hubbard Street in Ludlow is now taking orders, and pies will be available through November 3rd, while supplies last. Each individual size pie is $5. Place online orders at stelizabethludlow.org or by calling the rectory at 413-583-3467. You'll be asked to choose a pickup day and time, and payment is due via cash or check at that time. These delicious pies do sell fast, so be sure to get your orders in soon. For a complete listing of events, visit iobserve.org and click on the calendar link. Faith-inspiring science. The Vatican Observatory is one of the oldest active astronomical observatories in the world. Each year, the observatory holds a summer school. Only 2 students from each nation of the world can attend. It's an interfaith and ecumenical experience where the search for truth is bigger than any political divide. We learn more now in this Catholic News Service story.
Nestled in the scenic hills south of Rome, the Vatican's Space Observatory is a beacon of exploration for the Pope's astronomers, with roots dating back to the 16th century, showing the harmony between faith and reason. Today, the observatory continues to embrace its mission by hosting an internationally renowned summer school, attracting rising astronomers from around the world. Through this unique initiative, participants not only discovered the support of the Church for scientific endeavors, but also experienced the transformative power of international collaboration, fostering a shared passion for unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos.
We've had summer schools here since 1986, and when the students come, the place becomes alive. It's just they have so much fun and so much energy. But part of the summer school design is that these students come from around the world, no more than 2 from any nation. And sometimes they come from nations that are politically at odds with each other. But the students themselves work together, they get to know each other, they get to know each other's cultures, and they realize that the search for truth is bigger than any momentary political divide.
Catholics, especially our Jesuits, have the power to bring people together, and that is very unique, because I have attended other summer schools, but I never had this feeling of unity, of collaborations, of everyone just being very open, that we can discuss all of the different topics, and I just want to take the most of it, and if I could, I would take everyone home with me, but unfortunately I cannot.
What the Vatican is doing here is that they're just keeping the fun parts of school and taking away all the stressful parts. So for example, we don't have exams, but then we have all the lectures, and we are here because we want to learn and we want to pay attention. And the Specola in general, like the Vatican Observatory in general, has been great because without them this would not be possible. So I'm really glad they're making this opportunity available for all of us, and I think all of us are really grateful to be here.
The summer school welcomes students from diverse faith traditions, transcending boundaries and embracing an interreligious and ecumenical spirit.
We've got students here who are Catholic, students here who don't believe in anything, students who have been Buddhists, students who have been Muslim, students who have been Jewish. It doesn't matter your religion. This is a place where we can all worship truth. And if, like me, you believe that God made this universe we're studying, then studying the universe is an act of worship.
Headquartered at the Papal Summer Residence in Castel Gandolfo, outside of Rome, the Vatican Observatory supports a dozen priests and brothers from 4 continents who study the universe using modern scientific methods. Now we head to the Berkshires to check in on Mary Verdi and her latest project. As you may remember, Mary is music director at Sacred Heart Church in Pittsfield. Last year, she released her praise and worship CD, Abundant Joy. Appropriately during the month dedicated to Our Lady of the Rosary and our Blessed Mother, she has released her latest music video from this CD, Vision in the Sky. The YouTube video features children from St. Agnes in Dalton, St. Mary's School in Lee, and St. Stanislaus in Adams. We share it now with you.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, they believe. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, I believe. People come from everywhere with faith, hope, and love, just to see where the little ones touched her and kissed her and said, there's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, they believe. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, I believe. May we all begin to believe things that we just can't see. Maybe then we won't need a warning. We'll drop to our knees and stay there. There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, they believe. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, I believe. There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, they believe. There's a vision in the sky. The children have seen her, I believe. There's a vision in the sky. There's a vision in the sky. Yes, I believe. There's a vision in the sky.
And that video was taped at the Shrine of Divine Mercy in Stockbridge at their beautiful Lourdes Grotto. For more on this video and other Mary Verdi music, we have a link for you at iobserve.org. And for those of you who are observant, yes, it is a ring. I recently got engaged to my 6th grade crush, Mike Damaris, and we will keep you updated when we set a date, but for now, we're just going to enjoy the sparkles in life. And for this week, that's Reel to Reel. To keep up with the latest news on the Catholic Church in Western Massachusetts and around the world, head over to iobserve.org where we have it all for you. That's iobserve.org, and we are also on Facebook at Catholic Communications, so follow us there. I will see you next week at the same time for Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you.
Reel to Reel is a production of the Catholic Communications Corporation, funded in part by the annual Catholic Appeal, and the support of you, our faithful viewers.